Detective Sergeant. Detective Sergeant. Perhaps he's asleep.
A sleeping policeman? No road.
Detective Sergeant Morley. We're agreed then, Detective Sergeant.
Agreed?
If it's all right with you.
Absolutely.
It's agreed then. Detective Sergeant Morley to volunteer as technical advisor for all security equipment purchased by the committee in aid of the Senior Citizens Neighbourhood Watch Fund. Well, talking of purchasing security equipment, as your Madam Chairperson, I've taken the liberty of appointing an official purchasing officer to work hand in glove with you, Detective Sergeant. Should be here in a tick.
Daily to Europe?
Yeah, that's the one. Greetings. I see you started without me. Fair enough.
We also finished without him 20 minutes ago.
Well, you see, Madam Chairhuman, I wasn't sure whether you said 6:30 or 7:30, so I decided to give it the benefit of the doubt and opt for the latter. Incorrectly, it would seem. Mr. Morley, what a pleasant surprise.
Mr. Daly has most generously offered his services on behalf of our little enterprise. I'm jolly lucky to get him, I say. Perhaps you'd like to give us an update on progress.
Well, unfortunately, the intended supplier of the merchandise germane to the committee's requirements, i.e. door chains, peepholes, likewise, has been inadvertently detained and is unable to furnish the committee with the aforementioned items. But when a flower dies, it becomes part...
We spent our money on, Mr. Daly.
Telescopes. State-of-the-art, approved, precision instrumentation from the land that first hurtled an unwitting mongrel into outer space.
Telescopes? What possible use would our eldest and dearest have for intergalactic Russian telescopes?
Mr. Morley, you of all people should be aware of the value of the old adage, forewarned is forearmed. I mean, how much notice do you get looking through a spy hole? I mean, the blagger's probably got his jemmy in the door jam, while his potential victim is wondering whether she's about to get a surprise visit from Barry Manilow. No, ladies and gentlemen, the beauty of telescopes is you can spot nefarious characters on Venus, never mind the end of the road. It is a great leap into the space age of crime prevention. I think you'll all agree.
Evening, Mr. Whitmore.
Right. Arthur. How is a captain of industry supposed to function when his operational nerve centre is bunked to the ceiling with lumps of cardboard?
What do you need 3 of astronomical telescopes for anyway?
When Dame Opportunity knocks, you do not leave her standing in a porch like a lemon. You invite her in, offer her suitable accommodation. And this office and my desk is not it, so come on, make a space for them. It's only for a few days.
Don't tell me you got a buyer.
Well, actually, this consignment is in the nature of a donation to a very worthy cause.
What, you giving them away?
In the biblical sense of the word, certainly, yes. Trade, plus VAT, of course, plus any transportation involvement, and a token facilities fee for my extramural expenses. Raymond, charities hate to think they're sponging, believe me. Now, in the meanwhile, shift them.
Where? Honest, Arthur, it's chocker out there.
Well, in that case, you could usefully use the run-up to the weekend by making an inventory.
But it's a bank holiday, Arthur.
Perfect timing. Opportunity is a fickle mistress, Ray. She keeps very unsocial hours. A bit like that nurse you've been dalliancing with for the last 2 weeks.
Oh, God, she's going to kill me.
Don't think it's gone unnoticed.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Ditch her in for something in a 9 to 5 job?
Not at all, Raymond, not at all. Adjust, adapt. Avail yourself of the resources of the Daily Empire.
What's that?
A pager your person at all times. We cannot afford to let opportunities pass us by in this business. Baden Powell had the right idea. Dib, 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 Ghoulie Gang what's-its.
Be prepared.
That's the one. And be good.
Hi, honey, I'm home. Amanda?
Reception! How do I look?
I love it.
It should entertain the patients as well, then. I've got to go on nights tonight. I couldn't find anyone to cover. What could I say? I'm off at 5, though.
5. 5. Here we go. My beloved.
Ray, what's happening?
What you said about opportunities. This mate of mine in the waste disposal business had this skip that wasn't rented out till Tuesday. So I asked him to park it up here for the weekend. We dump a load of old tat, and it doesn't cost you a penny. Smart or what, eh?
Load of old tat? Raymond, we do not have loads of old tat that need dumping. We have clearance. All that back in lockup.
It's a load of old rubbish, Arthur. I mean, what is anyone going to want with a bunch of Imperial Petroleum pre-motorway maps, eh?
Oh, I don't know. Recapture their lost youth, perhaps. Recall the days when they used to tootle down leafy byways in their MG Sprigget or whatever. There is always a great future in the past, Raymond. Now, put them back.
All right, then. How about these? Decimal conversion table tea towels.
Well, not an obvious snip, I grant you. But you are overlooking the needs of the emergent third world countries. Some of these places, they still deal in beads and livestock when they get around to coinage. Need I say more? You are also ignoring their commercial potential as ethnic Arab headgear. What other of my investments have you so precipitously ditched during my absence?
This is a Canadian sockeye tin salmon, priced 1 3/8. Yeah, maybe we could shift them job lot with the old decimal conversion tea towels, eh, Arthur?
Am I keeping you up?
What about this, then? Here. A treat for all the connoisseurs of 600 cartridge cassettes of the Partridge Family, 20 greatest hits. I mean, not even second-hand Cecil would give a pre-decimal brass farthing for this dross, Arthur.
Second hands? Raymond, I'm very nearly proud of you. Authentic Vietnamese cuisine, Cecil. Culinary experience. As walked by indigenous boat people.
How would you know? You're having steak.
Yeah, well, anything nautical, I come over all queasy. The business. Cecil, as one of the more judicious collectors of contemporary history, I am in a position to offer you a cornucopia of collective memorabilia dating back to the swinging 50s. Such items as have been authenticated by a sound man on your actual Antiques Roadshow.
You know me, Arthur. If it has dust in it, I...
Have some more rice wine.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure an apology's really good enough. Yeah, you say you're sorry, but how do I know you really mean it? Yeah, well, I think you're going to have to prove just how sorry you really are. What? Yeah? The pink one? Uh-huh. yeah, I think that would do nicely. Yeah? Oh, I don't believe it. No. Here, listen, Amanda, I've got to run. Yeah, tonight then, yeah? Later. Bye.
do you think? He didn't have to use language, not in public. A courtly, "Not today, Arthur, thank you," would have sufficed. Civility cost nothing, Raymond. Which is more than I can say for Korean nosebag.
Yeah, well, if you'd listened to me in the first place, you could have saved yourself a few sovs.
You've never fully comprehended the complex infrastructure of the free market system, have you, Ray? If it ever got out that I have been caught in flagranti with what you so wantonly describe as unsaleable tat, a lifetime's dedication to entrepreneurial excellence will go straight down the porcelain. And if it ever got back to Taiwan, an entire economy...
Flatmate. Raquel, meet Uncle Arthur.
Raymond, can you hear something? Is that the door knocking? If I'm not mistaken, Dame Opportunity is waiting in the porch.
1,200 including delivery, is it? Your final offer, you say? I couldn't do it to you, Mr. Daly. I respect you too much. To accept a man's final offer without an appropriate counter-offer would be an insult to his bargaining skills. Businessmen such as us thrive on the haggle. To deny you the thrill would be disrespectful. 800.
I know you're doing it for me, Mr. Nolan. 1,000.
900.
Done.
You deliver in the morning.
Look, if you like to divvy up while the ink's still wet, I'd quite understand a gesture of commercial goodwill.
You're a flamer after Daly and no mistake.
Mind out, Bambino. A wily bunch of gypsies, Ray. It's the only word for them. Eyes of a saint and the tongue of an estate agent. Mind you, when it comes to wheeler dealering, we're talking first division.
Oh, you're not that bad yourself, Arthur. I mean, for a Raquel the goldfish, the novelty prices at the funfair, St. Maggie would have been proud of you.
Enterprising, Ray, bordering on the confident, but not to be compared with a great lady. I mean, flogging those national resources back to the taxpayer who owned them in the first place, I mean, that was impressive. If her friends hadn't pulled a rug from under her, she'd have had people queuing up to buy shares in fresh air.
Yes, Andy, this is the geezer we saw last week, isn't it? So,
I told you were out the last time.
well, tell her again.
She's very insistent, Sarge. Wants a personal word with her little technical advisor. After your body, if you ask me.
Mrs. Mitchell, how nice to hear from you again. How best can I serve the needs of your most estimable little watch committee? No, I think you'll find that transport is a matter that falls within the sphere of your purchasing officer, Mr. Daly. Oh, did he indeed? Well, much as I appreciate the honour, Mrs. Mitchell, that'll be my pleasure, Mrs. Mitchell. She only wants me to take the cheque round to Daly for this unsavoury little rip-off of his. That's all.
Two adults.
Not again, Arthur.
Yeah, why not? It's fun. Like it. Thanks very much. In you get. Go on. All in a good cause, Mr. Morley. All in a good cause.
I know. I overslept. Sorry, Arthur.
I'm delighted to hear it, Randy. I do not like to see my staff doing a full day's work on less than a full night's skip.
Sorry?
The unsaleable tat, as you so demeaningly described it, needs loading up and shipping down to the fairground, doesn't it? So come on, move.
Up a bit. Yeah, Arthur, I know how to fire a gun, all right?
Take your pick, Sundance.
Now, mate, you keep it.
A touch more corporate loyalty wouldn't come amiss.
This is a service, Mr. Daly, but a finer array of quality prices I've still yet to see.
Alexei.
Absolutely. You know, the moment we struck our deal, I said to myself, careful, Alexei, this one's a schleich boots. What's he after, I thought? Can't be the money.
Oh, it is. I assure you it is.
Blame are all right, huh? A measly 900 for such quality merchandise. No. Old schleich boots is after something, I thought.
Mr. Nolan.
He's only got his eye on one of me little gluttons, I thought. That's it. Wants a piece of the real action, so he does. And here am I, all ready to insult his intelligence by handing him over the money. He'd never forgive me.
Oh, yes, he would. I can vouch for it.
Only wants to trade for one of me little gluttons. Am I right, or am I right? Go on, tell me what you see.
Fruit machines.
No, you don't. What you see are special fruit machines.
You mean they're rigged?
Let's say they're encouraged to favour the bank. What makes them special is that they only pay out jackpots. Big ones, too. 50 big ones.
£50 jackpots? You must be mad.
They're also customised to make a bit of a song and dance about it, as you can see. Pays to advertise.
Indubitably.
Especially as you have to feed the blessed things before even think of giving any back.
That's very nearly immoral.
I knew you'd approve. Gluttons, the lot of them. With a 1,000% profitability ratio.
1,000%?
Any machine that takes your fancy, plus 600 and crisp Wellingtons. There, you've talked me into it. You're a hard man, Mr. D. But if those are your terms, you force me to accept.
Take it, that was the door, hammer it away again. Was that a look you gave me, Raymond?
Just choose one. Let's get out.
That was definitely a look you gave me.
I don't believe he talked you out of it.
Here you are, lads. Give them a whirl. Anyone you like.
You haven't listened to a blind thing, have you? About being prepared. Dib, dib, dib. Ever vigilant for that elusive little earner.
He had the money in his hand and he talked you out of it.
Look, a little less of the look and a tad's more listening is my advice.
It was a deal, Arthur. He's done you for 300.
Like a gypsy's garden shed, isn't it?
Look at this. This ain't worth £3. He's had you on a wind-up, Arthur.
A load of rubbish.
Yeah, this will look all right in a Winchester, though. You know, Arthur, it stayed with a beard on. Come and have a look at this one. Arthur.
Come and find me.
Where are you?
Come and look at this. Brand new.
Arthur, I don't think these are what Alexei had in mind.
No. Neither do I.
You gotta do sometimes, Sarge. You give it to him. Gives me great pleasure.
Don't let it, Phil. All in a good cause, Mr. Morley. All in a good cause. Dave. Large one. Morley, none at all. Squander away. You're nicked. No gaming license. I think you're jumping to a misconception there, Mr. Morley. I was merely checking out the machinery prior to offering it to you for the Watch Committee's charity bash. All profits going to a worthwhile cause, I think you'll agree.
And what would that be, then? The Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Leprechauns?
Eh?
They're all Irish, Daly. It's not legal
Tokens, Mr. Morley. Purely tokens. Tokens, Dave. Tokens. Well, you wouldn't expect me to flout the stringent gaming laws of this country and be shelling out coins of the realm, would you?
So what you're saying is, Daly, I don't cop the return on my 50p investment. You can add fraud to the list of charges.
Dave, 50 from the till, if you will. Consider it the Winchester's contribution to tomorrow's charity beano. There you go. Right. All right, that'll do. Here you are.
Diamonds are a pen.
What?
Diamonds are a pen, not 50.
There you are.
Mickey Mouse money not accepted.
What are you talking about? Republic of Ireland, 1988. Republic of Ireland, 1988. Republic of Ireland, 1988. Excuse me.
All new, all Irish.
And all the same date.
So what's the SP, Arthur?
First they're in the fruit machine, then they're in my spare change. Note, the spare change which I acquired at the fairground. I smell rodents, Ray. Big Irish ones. Get your coat.
Just get this one out, you do.
Got it.
I won't go.
Why is it taking longer than the others?
I don't know. Come on. Yep, that's it.
I got this.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay.
There you are. Full of money.
Yeah, but then you are.
Exactly. Get one of those out. Go on, wrench one out.
I'll give you 3 guesses.
It must be.
Must be what?
It must be the same.
Arthur, what you going on about?
The Dublin Mint robbery, 1988, 200 grand's worth. The only reason I remember is because it was all in slummy. Coins change. I thought at the time, typical, you know, out with a washing, back at 3.
Maxie's mob, do you reckon?
Yeah.
Why bring it all here?
You could hardly unload half a ton of hot coinage on your own turf, could you? Even PC Paddy could run that. Hang on, look. what better way to smoke but in a load of slot machines? Wood for the trees principle.
It's monopoly money, Arthur. They can't spend it here. Who said they're all wiling?
That's the only word for them, Ray. Put that back on. Give me that. Let's get out of here. He's laundering it, or more accurately in his case, rinsing it through, a drip at a time, dropping it in with a change from the ghost ride. Oh, it's admirable. When you find a rogue Irish drachma in your slummy from some fairground, you're not immediately going to say, oh, I have inadvertently stumbled on some international currency scam, are you? Of course not. Pass it on to the most likely looking Oh, you got to hand it to these boys. They're well before they...
Arthur, if they're so smart, how long's it going to take them to spot that you've snitched one of their wooden horses?
Well, then what?
Arthur, the machine down the club, the one that you weren't supposed to take, the one that's full of their ill-gottens. They find out, you'll end up more rearranged than Michael Jackson.
No worries, Ray. That particular machine is about to be transferred to the safe custody of our trusty boys in blue. Oh, my God.
Dave! Dave, it's Arthur! Dave! Dave! David, it's Arthur! Dave!
Are you sure? I've got about 2,000 quid with you.
Yes, but we don't accept coins. Not when exchanging foreign currency.
Well, I know banks don't as a rule, miss, and I thought, look, as these are fresh, and you are the Irish Trust Bank yourself, they are the real McCoy.
I'm sorry.
It's all right, Carol. I'm sure we can stretch a rule. If the gentleman would care to give me a few...
So where's Dave, then?
I'd hardly be puce with delirium if I knew, would I?
What's it, Jen?
Dave, when you decided to go part-time, this is a business, not a day at the races. And perhaps you'd like to shed some light on things before we all run out of Duracells.
Oh, yeah. Sergeant Morley collected that first thing.
What?
Yeah, before he went
No,
up...
no, apologies, you'll have to wait.
Where are we going, Arthur?
Mr. Batley, please come to reception.
Longford Sweet. Excuse me, my dear. Longford Sweet. You hang on there. Keep an eye out from them.
Mr. Morley. What an unpleasant surprise. Is it a private visit, or can anyone get that over?
Unkind, Mr. Morley. Very unkind.
Yeah, well,
Day as a matter of social conscience.
that's what Hitler said when he invaded Poland.
No. Seriously, Mr. Morley. I have been giving careful consideration to the political ramifications of putting temptation in the path of upright citizens. Good intentions notwithstanding. I mean, what is a prurient society going to say when it sees an esteemed body like the Watch Committee encouraging gambling? The gutter press will have a field day. No. I'll get Ray to come round with a van and we'll take it.
Don't worry about it, Daly. It's all for charity.
So be it, Mr. Morley. Now, I think I ought to tell you, this particular machine has not yet undergone the rigorous reliability tests necessary for a daily guarantee. I can't risk my reputation, or indeed yours, if you merchandise, so I'll give Ray a shot.
That seems to be working all right to me.
Mr. Morley, can I be honest with you? I have reason to believe that this particular machine does not play according to the Marquis of Queensberry rule. Get my drift?
You mean it's rigged?
Well, let's say I cannot vouch for its provenance.
How much? Unofficially, how much is some poor punter got to put in there before he gets a result? 100? 150? Tell me if I'm getting warm.
500. I'll go and get Ray. We'll take the van round.
Like you said, Daly, it's all in a good cause.
There's nothing there, I'm afraid.
The directive from Dublin office. It's there. I know it.
You get them?
Yep. One DJ with matching money belt
Oh, that's marvellous.
and 600 quid's worth of 50p's.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, what's going on, Arthur?
I'm going to get the money out of that machine before Morley and Co. tweak.
Oh, that's nice. Exactly how are you going to do that?
I'm going to win it back. Start filling them pockets.
All of them?
Yes, all of them. Go on.
Obviously, after your windfall, I checked the back of the machine, and it's full of this Irish funny money, so I took it down a bank. And I can't tell you more than that, Sergeant Morley.
Oh, yes, you can. You can tell us where Daly got the machine.
All right. You haven't pulled me out. Come on, then. Pull me out. That's it. Oh, Arthur! Draw attention to us. Steady? Yeah. Go on. Right. Yeah. Tough. All right.
It's number 59.
You're all right, sir.
Yeah, fine. Bumped into me.
He's not at the lockup. He's not at the car lot. He's not at home.
We'd like to know where he is. Please.
I've just dropped him off at a charity bash. What's your problem?
I don't have a problem with sunshine. Tell Raymond what I do have.
A warrant.
A little matter of 200,000 quid's worth of coinage nicked from the Dublin Mint.
Yeah, I don't know.
We've had the fruit machines, we've had the fun fairs, we've had the gypsies, the whole story. We've got Uncle Arthur surrounded. It's called complicity.
Serious naughties, I'm afraid.
What is of immediate appeal is the thought of arresting Arthur in front of all those bleeding hearts that bought his ridiculous telescopes.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that, Mr. Morley.
I know you wouldn't.
No, I mean it. Arthur's innocent. Oh, Morley! I said Arthur's innocent. And if you let me, I think I can prove it.
What fun. Mind if I have a flutter?
Yes, I do. Go away.
Another one it is. Sure. I knew all along I should never have crossed bargaining swords with the likes of Arthur. Schly boots, if ever there was one. Take your pick.
Nah, Arthur would kill me. What he wants is one of your new ones. You know, Lexi. Like I picked up from before. Yeah. One like this.
Daly, please. We're here to try and prevent crime.
Oh, yes, Madam Chairman, person. Councillor Griffiths.
You don't want to let it get to you, man.
What? No, don't let me keep you. To rest is not to do, as they say.
Come along. Let me introduce you to a few colleagues. Could be handy. You never know. Business opportunities and all that.
Business opportunities, you were saying?
Shouldn't you answer that? There's a phone nearby. Might be important.
Answer what? Ah!
Damn thing. It's a disease, you know. Where can I find Arthur Daly, friend?
I think you found him in the Longford room, Squire.
It's all right. Come on.
It's all yours. Look, if Arthur was in on it with Nolan, why'd have panicked to get the machine back? Bruises took the wrong one. Arthur did twig what was inside it.
Ah, so he did know what was going on then?
Originally, no. I mean, he'd hardly lend it to you for the old Beano, would he, knowing it's packed full of stolen coins? That's what he's out there now, trying to win them back. So if you don't mind...
I think we need your statement down the neck.
What?
Don't worry. I'll tell him.
How long before you tell him, Sarge? And he's fed in a good 400 at least.
It's all in a good cause, Field. It's all in a good cause.